Hey, you're out of here.
Me? What did I do?
No, not you.
This old light, you're out of here.
Hey, welcome back. This is DIYer Gregory. Welcome you back to our second installment of I Can Do That, Yes You Can. Someone had asked me if I could explain the process on how to wire a light fixture, and I'll be more than happy to explain the whole process. Since March, I've been working from home, and since I've had all this extra time, I've been doing some odds and ends projects around the house. Right now, it's a great idea to do these things as a stress relief. 42% of the U.S. labor force is working from home, and that has increased the insomnia, anxiety. So I always felt that if you look good, you feel good, same thing with your home. Let's fix it up. Create a budget. That way you can stick to it and do little things here and there and not drive yourself crazy. With that being said, let's get started. Okay, so now let's go and pick out a light. Let's go to our local big box store and see what they have. Now, we picked our light. Now, let's get started.
Now, the tools that you'll need: a Phillips screwdriver, a pair of pliers. I like using needle nose pliers, electrical tape, wire connectors or caps. I always like to buy the assorted pack, depending on the gauge of the wire. Sometimes you'll get caps that come with a fixture and they might be too small. So I always like to have them on hand so that way I don't have to run back and forth to the hardware store. And that's basically all the tools that you need.
Now, let's turn off that power. No, I'm not turning off the picture. I'm going to my box. Now, if you have an older house like mine, the location that I need is not identified. So what I like to do is take a piece of tape and mark the breaker that I'm going to turn on and off. So I know it's this particular one, so I already marked it. So let's get started.
What I'm going to start doing is disassembling this light. Now, all lights are not built the same, so whatever you have, just go ahead and start taking it apart to the base. Now, you have your base plate and you have your two retaining screws. Just need to loosen those up a little bit to take that plate off. Once the screws are loosened, go ahead and twist. And of course, this is painted to the ceiling, so now I'm gonna need my other hand. So give me 1 second. There we go. Voila. In the chart that I have, there's 3 wires. You have your black, which is your power. You have your white, which is your neutral wire, and then you have your ground. And that's pretty much it. So you connect black to black, white to white, green to green, and green is your ground. Now, some older homes might have a red. Now, that will obviously go to your power because that is your power. Each wire carries 110 volts, so that's where you get your 220. So it's 110 and 110, where it's 220. Now, once you connect everything, then it's a pretty simple process. Black to black, white to white, and then you do your ground. So what I'm gonna do now is disconnect everything. Disconnected, I have the power disconnected, and now I'm going to take off the ground wire. And that's it. Because I'm going with a different type of light, I have to change my retaining clip or bar. So I'm going to take this one and swap it out. So this is the main components of what you have. You have your circuit box, your wires, and then your mounting point. Now, all I'm gonna do is just use the same white and the power. Now, like I was saying, black to black. Now you would say, well, there's a black and a red. Depending on how old the house, most older homes will probably be both or a red, but I'm going with this one because that was the one that was used before. And I just matched the white with the white, black and the red, and then the ground. So what I want to do first, put in my new clip, and then that way I can attach my ground wire. And as a side note, just kind of dry fit, make sure everything is aligned up, depending on your size. And also you want to keep an eye on how far the screws go into the box. You don't want to pierce any wire, so just kind of dry fit, move things around. That's why they're flexible. Now, the first thing you want to do is connect your ground wire. And you're going to connect it to the ground screw, which is green. So white to white, black or red to black, and green to green. Now, because I'm making some adjustments because this particular light is going to be a little bit shorter, I'm going to cut this excess wire. And that's it. Now, once you mount your wire to your ground base, you can use that as an extra pair of hands, and that can hold the light for you while you're working. Now, once that's in place, I have my two wires. Now, this is pretty simple. It's all the same thing, so you can't go wrong. One goes to one goes to the other, and that's it. It's pretty simple. You just take the cap off the wire, like so. Connect the two, and you use your cap to connect them together. It's pretty simple, not that hard to do. So connect it. Now I'm going to take that electrical tape and wrap it around those wires, just in case they might come loose. You don't want to have any live wires floating around in the box, all right? And I can't do it with both hands and the camera, but I'm going to wrap them, and then I'm going to show you what I did. So give me 1 second. See, my white has the black tape, and my black has the black tape, if you can see that, and it's all buttoned up. Now I just have to assemble everything together and we're all ready to rock and roll. Now I want to push all my wires back in my electrical box to make sure I have enough clearance, adjust my clip, my bar, and then hang my light, and that's it. All right, all my wires are pushed in, everything's all lined up. Just follow the instructions of assembling your light and you are almost there. We're going with a different profile. We kind of touched up the ceiling as well. So you might want to have extra paint lined around if you do. If not, then you can always find a cover to go over that to make that look just right. Also, what I would do before you put everything away, flip the power, check to make sure everything's working. Make sure the power is off again. Also, go ahead and finish assembling the light. Well, that's pretty much it. I hope that this was helpful. It's very simple. I do recommend that you still read the instructions of the manufacturer
There might be something that you might have to assemble before you start wiring, so definitely take a look at those instructions. But the actual wiring itself, pretty simple. So I hope this was informative. I could do that. Yes, you can. Oh, I forgot. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like. Bye.